On today's episode of the Cryptoverse, BitConnect shuts down most of its services while starting a brand new cryptocurrency. Can you believe it? Within the next few hours, GDAX will open its market trading Bitcoin against Bitcoin Cash. Pretty big news there. And could Asian cryptocurrency holders be selling off in order to buy gifts for their families? All of that on today's episode of the Cryptoverse, so stay right there. Hi there guys, welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse, your regular dose of news and commentary on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains. I'm your host, Chris Coney. So, story number one today, BitConnect shuts down most of its major services. I have finally broken my silence on this. For the last year, I would say, tons of people have asked me about BitConnect, like what do I think about it, should I do a video on it, etc, etc. Now, I've categorically refused to talk about it so far at all. Right, when someone would ask me about it, say on a live stream, I would just not comment on it, neither positively or negatively. Energy flows where attention goes, remember? And I just chose not to give BitConnect any energy at all. It doesn't seem like much of a coincidence to me that on the day we had one of the biggest market corrections we've ever seen, BitConnect would bring a halt to their platform. And this is the official article on BitConnect's website. The reasons they give for this are basically bad press, which is the first bullet point here, a cease and desist order that they received from 2 local governments in the United States, and apparently constant DDoS attacks on their servers, which are disrupting the service. So they're closing their exchange and their lending platform, but keeping the website up to provide wallet services and news and education. But like Omar Bam says, who on earth would keep their crypto in the BitConnect wallet now, you know? Now, BitConnect as a coin, it will continue to exist. However, at the time of recording here, I'm looking at CoinMarketCap and it's telling me BitConnect is trading at $14.98, which is down 93% from 24 hours ago. That's gotta hurt. Now, despite all this, check this out. They are continuing with their BitConnect X ICO. This is a brand new cryptocurrency, BCH. That's ballsy. Very ballsy. Unfortunately, BitConnect, they were targeting people who were both naive and wanted to get rich quick, which is one and the same, really. You know, I often say it takes 10 years to get rich quick, which means you spend 10 years learning, preparing, and growing, and then you're able to make money fast. But that comes from what you become, not from the secret source or from some sort of secret scheme. Right? You can have $1 million in the bank, but that doesn't make you a millionaire. Right? A millionaire has the skills to make $1 million, which means if they lose $1 million, they still possess the skills that they had in the first place, which means they can make the $1 million again. And I think statistically, most billionaires have filed for bankruptcy twice. So they at least made $1 billion twice, right? Anyway, moving away from BitConnect to the GDAX story. So here's a tweet from the 12th of January, actually. This is 5 days old now. It says here, we will open the BCH, Bitcoin Cash, BTC, Bitcoin order book on Wednesday, January the 17th at 9 a.m. PST. For more information, see the GDAX status page. So according to the official GDAX status page here, this is going to be a staggered release. So it says here, we will be opening the order book on Wednesday, 17th of January at 9 a.m. PST. The market will open in post-only mode for a minimum of 30 minutes before entering limit-only mode, followed by full trading mode. Now, post-only mode means you can place an order that everyone else can see on the order book, but it will not be processed, right, for 30 minutes. That gives all the traders time to see what the rest of the market is intending to do, and then you can adjust your orders in response to that. And then other traders will adjust their orders in response to that, and backward and forward it will go for 30 minutes. So this will all happen basically on paper, right, until there's somewhat of a consensus on what everyone wants to do and what the opening price will be. Now, limit-only mode, which is the next stage, means you can't just jump in with an instant market order, right? You would have to place an order on the books and let the GDAX order matching engine process the trade based on selecting an opposing order that's already on the books. And then, of course, full trading means just that someone out of the blue that doesn't have any order on either side of the order book could just place an instant buy or sell market order and boom, move the price. Now, some of you responded to my Bitcoin Cash attack video the other day, saying it was the Bitcoin Cash developers who were actually stress testing the network in preparation for this launch on GDAX. So thank you very much for your input on that. So now let's move on to the Asia story. One of the questions I really do not like being asked is why, when a price moves up or down significantly. Right, you can ask that as a secondary question to satisfy your own intellectual curiosity, sure. But there is a much more important question that comes before that, which is, how are you going to respond to this situation? Now, if you say, well, I need to know why it happened in order to know what to do, and I call BS on that. In a world of constant change, there's always something that never changes, something that you can count on. Like when there's a storm on the surface of the ocean, deep down on the ocean bed, things are perfectly calm. That's a solid foundation that supports the huge tidal waves, and you couldn't have the huge tidal waves without that solid base. So there's always a solid ground state that everything rests on. In our case here, this solid ground state is investing principles. Principles are those universal concepts that are not affected by anything in the changing environment, right? In fact, like the ocean, they are the necessary foundation for change to stand upon. This is why I say you don't need to know why in order to know how to respond. Once you know what happened, you respond based on principle and then satisfy your curiosity later by asking why. If you do it the other way around, the window of opportunity might close on you before you've actually took advantage of the opportunity. One investing principle is that most of the money is made when you buy, not when you sell. If you buy something when it is undervalued, you're almost guaranteeing a profit, or at least maximizing the probability of a return. This was the basis of my video yesterday about scaling in. You'll notice I said nothing about the why in that video. I personally just executed my buy orders on principle and then started reading up on the why. Now, one of the links that was sent to me was this. This is a Reddit post. Now, this suggests that the equivalent of the Asian Christmas is coming up, the Lunar New Year, and that tons of people in Asia were selling crypto to buy gifts for their family because, they've probably done pretty well out of crypto and want to splash out a bit, perhaps. Now, according to the image that is attached here, which I've also got open here, this has happened for the last 4 years and caused a similar sized crash at a similar time of year. The difference now, of course, is that there's a lot more people involved in the crypto markets in terms of numbers of people, right? The vast majority of whom are amateur investors and easily spooked and so on. So do with that information what you will. I did another round of buying myself as the markets continued to fall. That's probably going to mean obnoxious returns over the next 30 days. Ironically, exceeding the returns promised by BitConnect, but without the need to be involved with any such scheme. So thanks for joining me today, guys. If you like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new around here, get subscribed. And if you would like access to my very best material, head over to cryptoversity.com. Click on courses. You can take any one of these online courses, or scroll all the way to the bottom and select from the 2 live workshops that I've got coming up in London in February. Also make sure you follow me on Steemit, steemit.com/@marketingmonk, because here if you participate in the discussion and place a good comment, I will upvote your comment and you'll start earning cryptocurrency rewards. Yesterday the rewards were like $1.30 for this comment, 85 cents for this one, 46 cents for this one, and so on. So head on over there, make a participation or a contribution to the discussion and get some cryptocurrency rewards for your part. But other than that, guys, that is all for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Cryptoverse. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.